What a beautiful day. Just taking a walk with my mutts. It's absolutely gorgeous out here, as always. It's pretty cold, but that's okay. We're bundled up. Greta's enjoying being able to run around without someone telling her to get back here and stay out of that yard, and she can just run and run and run. Happy puppy. Ruger's getting better after being off his meds because Chewy kept sending his meds to the old address despite having fixed it 3 times. So he's been on it again for about 2 weeks and he's feeling much better. Aren't you, baby? Having a great time out here. It is cold enough to possibly freeze your skin if you aren't covered up, but we're covered up. All covered up, nice and warm. Except my hand that's holding the phone, but you know, but all the trees are all frozen over. It's so beautiful out here. I'm getting pelted by snow coming off the trees, falling down. Rugers, who's the boy? Oh, just amazing up here. Sunny and beautiful. And even though it's cold, that's totally fine. We're loving it. Dan's off at the Amish sawmill, seeing if he can get the cuts that they normally would throw away. He's going to try and get those that we can burn, because at least then we know that's dry. The stuff that we've been burning isn't quite dry, so we need drier wood. It actually was too wet last night and fire went out at like 1:30 this morning, but thankfully it still keeps the house warm. It just lowers the water temperature. And this over here is our neighbor Larry's property, and he has about 2 cords of wood here stacked up. So Dan's gonna ask him if he can buy some from him because it looks pretty old. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not too dried out. Come on. No collar to grab, huh? So I took his collar off and I bought him a new one that's on its way that has spikes on it. So hopefully we can get her to quit doing that. She drives me crazy. Pulling on his collar and yanking him all around, and especially when he's unstable on like a slippery surface. Sorry if I'm like while I'm breathing. I have layers and layers on. Long johns and then jeans and big heavy coat. Not used to having to wear this much clothing in the cold. It's definitely different up here. All the old farm equipment. And there's where I just came from. It's so pretty. All the trees frozen over. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Trees over here. The Ruger. Hi, boo-boo. All right, fools. Let's go. Come on. There's a hunting blind way over there. Little white building. And there's woods back there that Dan's already been given permission to trap in. There's coyotes in there all the time. And our dogs freak out when they hear the coyotes that close. And Greta especially is like barking and yapping at them. Ruger's like, man, they're not coming close. But Greta just goes crazy. Barking and snarling, and she does this like high-pitched yap. I can tell that's what she's barking at. What you got? What's in the hole? Bunny? Maybe a bunny hole? Yeah, there's stuff leading out of it. Probably a bunny. Come on, baby. What do you have? Nobody yelling at you to get out of stuff, huh? Get off the neighbor's lawn. Stay on the leash. No more of that nonsense, huh? She looks like a little coyote running around, a little black coyote. So I can't remember if I've said or not, and maybe I'll show the process next time, but I've been making their food. I've been cooking their food versus giving them dog kibble. And they're already acting like they have more energy. Ruger has slimmed down a little bit, so he's got a more defined waist, which is great, because then I don't worry so much about his hips. And he's actually standing better. You can see he's standing square now. Oops, I just slipped, almost took a digger. And he's running around all healthy. Still limping a little bit on his left hind leg. Come on. But he is doing better. I'm actually following some deer tracks right here. They're on the road, and it's following the road for the most part. I'm kind of walking in its tracks. While the dogs are sort of obliterating it. And later, at 2 o'clock, I'm going to learn how to either crochet or knit. I don't know which one it is. But the ladies at the church have a group that gets together to learn how to make prayer shawls. So I'm going to go learn how to do that. I tried to learn how to crochet or knit, one of the two. I don't know the difference. One time. And I wasn't very good at it. If Kim watches this, she'll know what I'm talking about. But there's like a little ball of, I don't know what this is. A little ball of straw, grass. Oh, I guess it used to be a nest. Probably a hummingbird nest. Gotta get out of that. Greta's gonna play with it. Looks like it was a hummingbird nest. Probably blew out of one of these trees. Anyway, when I used to watch kids while the parents did a support group, one of the girls came in and she brought, again, I don't know the difference, knitting or crocheting stuff. And she tried to teach me how to do it. And after a few minutes, she looked at me and very compassionately said, "I'm sorry, but you are not good at this." And then she took it all away from me. And I just laughed and laughed, and I told her mom, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe she apologized to you before she took it away. She must really like you." So that was the last time I tried to knit or crochet, and that's been 5 years or more ago. It was incredibly funny. She just looks me in the eye and goes, "I'm so sorry, but you're not any good at this." So hopefully the ladies at the church will be nice too when I can't figure out how to do it. They'll very kindly take it away and go, "You're just not any good at this." We'll see. We had a phone call earlier with a nursery. Look, you got snow all over your face. With a nursery. A guy that specializes in creating habitats to go around the dog who's trying to get something out of her paw. Creating habitats for people who want more wildlife on their property, either to hunt or just to see or whatever. And we spent about 45 minutes or more on the phone with this gentleman, and he got on Google Earth and a hunting program that shows you ownership and all that kind of stuff, and went over the property with us and looked at photos and all of that. And he's going to make up a plan for us to diagram out exactly what we should plant and where to attract the deer, of course, and to feed them throughout the winter and spring, summer, fall. And also so that we'll have plenty of fruit trees and fruit bushes, berries and all that kind of stuff, so that I can bake and can and make jellies and jams and all that kind of stuff. Well, I guess the snow's kind of deep right there. Looks like it drifted quite a bit right there. So yeah, we're going to plan it all out so that not only do we have a big garden and a greenhouse for stuff that we grow, but we're also going to have food for all the animals. Again, the deer, the grouse. We have sharp tails and ruffed grouse up here. Oops, slipped again. Ooh, I almost got ugly. And all different kinds of birds and crows and magpies and ravens. We want to possibly get a raven out of the nest right after it hatches and starts eating, and make a pet out of it. And then once we get it bonded to us, we'll turn it loose and it'll come back just to visit, and we'll feed it and stuff. Greta, let go of him. Good girl. Following deer tracks again, and Greta tracks. Deer and Greta. So, yeah, that's our plan. We're going to have all kinds of critters and birds and all of that up here. And then we'll have an area where our livestock will be able to graze and stuff and not interfere with the wildlife. So it's going to be great. There's all kinds of little car and equipment graveyards out here. I always think of David when I see all these old cars and trucks and stuff, thinking he'd probably go freaking crazy out here. We saw one house that had a big old car graveyard, probably had 20 cars in it, all old classics. Oh, now we have bird tracks, it looks like. Maybe, I don't know, I'll have to ask Dan what these are. Something small, something very small. Something tiny. Not a bunny, something smaller than that. weasel? I don't know. I don't know. But look at this, all wide open. There's a gully in here that has water, probably in the summer. Ditch. And then more wide open spaces. Check the time, make sure I get back to the house by 1:30 so I can leave. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. There's a road that goes back directly in front of me. I guess they use it for hunting. So there's deers galore out here. I think I'll probably turn around now and head back towards the house. But look at all this, the snow hanging off the branches. Greta crashing through the underbrush. Come on! Are you trapped? Just gorgeous here. I am so happy here. I'm so glad we made this change. No traffic. If there is traffic, there's no angry drivers trying to cut you off and kill you. Nobody weaving in and out of traffic on the highways. Nobody honking at you. It's amazing. So I hope you enjoyed our walk. I'm going to sign off and enjoy the rest of mine. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye-bye.